So perhaps you've heard of Legendary Marketer, and if you have, maybe you've heard of their 15-day challenge. It's supposed to be a 15-day course that's going to kickstart your business and allow you to get the information you need to start your own online business. Well, I wanted to know what it was about, so I went ahead and signed up for the 15-day challenge. I've gone through that challenge, and starting today for the next 15 videos, I'm going to go through day by day to let you know what I learned in Legendary Marketer's 15-day challenge. That's coming right up. My name is Daniel, and this is 9 to 5 No More. And as a hardworking SOB who's barely scraping by, living payday to payday, I believe that if we're putting in 40, 60, 70 hours a week, sometimes even more, spending time away from our families and the things that we love to do, well, then maybe we should have a little bit more to show for it. Don't you agree? Here on this channel, it's my mission to free myself and as many others as possible from the slaving grind of the 9 to 5 by exploring the multitude of options for creating your own business and making money online. So consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos, where I'll bring you the latest tips, tools, and strategies for creating your very own successful online business. Now let's jump into today's video. Alright, so starting with day 1 of the 15-day challenge. First day is mostly an introduction to the program, to some of the ideas of making money online, and I've got some notes here, so don't mind me if I'm looking down every once in a while, just reading my notes, because I took a lot of them. There's a lot of great information in this course, so if you do go through it, I suggest that you take notes, rewatch anything that you need to. So some of the principles that stood out to me was what the CEO of this Legendary Marketer, his name is David Sharpe, and he kind of gives you a rundown of, like I said, what to expect. So day 1, he mentions that you're going to have a complete knowledge of how to set up your online business. You're going to have everything that you're going to have all the knowledge that you need to get started in setting up your own online business. He also runs through the different business models that are available. So if affiliate marketing isn't your thing, then perhaps creating your own digital products is. He runs through all the different types, gives you a rundown. That way you can kind of decide which one works best for you. One of the things that he emphasizes is that he doesn't fill this course with, he says, no fluff and no theory. After going through the course, there is a little bit of fluff, there is a little bit of theory, but it's not all fluff and theory. There's actually some really good, solid information that you can get out of this course, especially if you're coming into this knowing nothing about creating your own online business. This is definitely a great place to start. Now, some of the things that stand out also is David's story. David didn't start off as a successful entrepreneur. He wasn't raised by wealth and money. He fought and clawed his way up to the position that he's at. He started off, not very successful in school. He didn't even finish high school. He was a high school dropout. He dropped out, and I think it was the 9th grade. So freshman year, he dropped out. 16 years old, and drops out of high school and becomes a teenage father. So not exactly the most encouraging story to start off with, but it does get better. But it gets worse before it gets better. So he was a high school dropout, teenage father. He wound up getting into drugs and alcohol, and that kind of took over his life for quite some time. So he spent time as a heroin addict, addicted to drugs and alcohol, and eventually he sought help from his father, who helped him get clean. He wanted to turn his life around. And it was during this time that he was working, I guess he was working for his father, kind of like his father would bring him onto the job site. I guess they were construction. So he was doing construction for his dad, working alongside his dad. And this whole time, thinking that there's got to be a better way than backbreaking work to get ahead. And during the time working construction, he started finding ways to build an online presence and discovered that there's this thing called online marketing and email marketing. And he started doing that and started seeing success. And in a few short years, he was able to get completely away from a 9-to-5 job and start his own online business, making money through the power of the internet. And eventually, he got to the point where he's brought in over $200 million. That's $200 million of online sales. That is massive. And he did this on his own. And in this course, he shares a lot of the different ways that he was able to make that success happen in his life. So he does emphasize that by the end of the 15-day challenge, that you'll have everything that you need to start your own online business. That you're going to have knowledge of what the top online business models are, and to also know what your strengths and weaknesses are in those areas. So that way you'll know what you can explore. Along the way in the 15-day challenge, you're going to get one-on-one personalized help through a business, a BPA, a business plan advisor. So you're going to get your own business plan that is developed for you. And one of the ways they do that is they give you a little assessment called a digital marketing assessment quiz. They shorten it, they call it DMAC. And the DMAC is basically just some questions that they ask you to rate yourself on your knowledge of certain aspects of online marketing. And it's not a pass or fail thing. It's just an assessment to see where you are and where you need help and how to move forward to help you best. I think it's a really good thing because I was really surprised that this company takes that time to actually figure out where you are along your journey, and they're open to people that are complete absolute beginners, or people that have already had some success, or people that are already business owners. This course is kind of for anyone. It's kind of casts a broad net, so everything from complete absolute novice to seasoned online marketers could benefit from this course. At the end of every day, you have a little assignment to do, and it's nothing big. In fact, most days the assignment isn't really an assignment, but the first day, day one, you're going to get a very important assignment, and it's extremely important for you to do it. And it's not for them, it's for you. And that's going to be to figure out what your why is. And it's about as philosophical as you can get. It's not why did you come to this course. It's what is your purpose? Why do you want to have success? It's a very important question to ask yourself, because most of us think to ourselves that, sure, I'd love to have a lot of extra money and I'd love to be financially free, but most of us don't stop to think about why. What would that really do for us? If we had enough money to buy the nice car that we have our eye on, something that we can only imagine in our dreams, our lottery car, we all have that. The car that you would get if you hit the lottery. Have you ever stopped to think about why you want that car and what it would do for you and how it would make you feel if you actually had that car? So, same thing with your dream house. On the surface, it's easy to understand why, because Well, duh, everybody wants a nice house, everybody wants a nice car, but to dig deeper than that, to dig deeper than the surface level, and to think, why do you actually want that, and what it will do for you if you achieve it? So there's a little assignment with I think there's a printout available, like a PDF or something like that, and you can go through it, or you can just, I went through it on my phone and wrote it down in my notebook. Definitely advise you to get a notebook. If you don't have a dedicated notebook, get one, label it Legendary Marketer, and just use it for this course. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I think around day 3, 4, or 5, something like that, you'll have a chance to call your business plan advisor. And if you have any questions, knock them over with questions. That's what they're there for. They're there to answer those questions for you. But the first assignment is very important. You've got to figure out what your why is, and that's strictly for you. Not to say that Legendary Marketer doesn't care about what your why is, but they aren't as interested in knowing what your why is as they are as interested in you knowing exactly why you want to achieve success. Because when things get hard and when the going gets tough, you've got to have something to fall back on, something substantial. Because it's easy to go, I don't need a S-Class Mercedes. That's my dream car. One of them. I like a lot of cars, but I don't need that. And it's easy to blow that off. What is much harder for me to blow off is the fact that I want to spend as much time as possible with my family and the people that I love, and doing the things that I want to do where I want to do them, and not have to worry about, oh, I've got to go back to work, or, oh, I can't do this that day, I've got to go to work. Those are a little bit more the deeper reasons why I am looking for to make an online business. So that's assignment number 1. There's a few other assignments, like to watch a couple of videos, and the other very important one is to listen to an audio clip from the guy's name is Matt Hetzel. He is he's one of the higher ups in the company. He's I don't know his title. I'm sorry. I forgot and I didn't take it down. It wasn't a note for me. But he leads a lot of the trainings, and you'll become more familiar with him as well. Very intelligent guy, knows his stuff very well. But he leads a lot of the online trainings and things like that. You're also going to get introduced to the morning wake-up call. Every morning, Monday through Friday, there is a wake-up call that you can call into, you can phone into and listen to. Or you can watch it on Facebook, which is where I like to look at it. And also, if you happen to miss it, you can watch the replay of it on Facebook when you have more time. But a lot of times that's where you'll wind up seeing Matt Hetzel as well. He leads a lot of the trainings that happen online, the live trainings, that is. So you'll want to listen to that audio clip by Matt Hetzel. It's called It's called What You Don't Know Will Hurt You, and it really lit a fire under my ass. It just enlightened me on things that I already knew about, but I kind of kept them to myself and didn't really express them. Things like, in my last video, saying that we were lied to is in our lives. We were told that what we have to do is go to school, go to college, get a good job, save for retirement, and everything's hunky-dory. Well, that's the old way of doing things, and now you need to start looking online to create a business, because the old way of doing things, the old way of earning money, it just doesn't work in this world anymore. I mean, it does for some people, but not if you want to achieve anything notable, not if you want to have time freedom, location freedom, and especially financial freedom. You're not going to have that working for somebody else. So check those out. Let me know if this video was helpful to you. Leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions for me, please hit me up. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you like this video, give it that thumbs up. Subscribe for more. And we will see you tomorrow with day number 2. Bye.